Oh, you already know what you got?
Welcome to the first installment of the N.Idaho Football League News, your online source for all the information that you need. With me today is Rob Hunt. He is owner of the Spades quality franchise, one of our charter franchises that we had in the first year. Robbie, welcome.
Thanks.
It's
great to be here, Johnny.
The hand of fellowship right there. Rob, some stats here. I see you got your pen. You might want to jot some of these down. Spades, first off, let's talk about your season a little bit. Starting off 0-2, a little slow start for the Spades. How do you feel about your team?
I think a lot of teams out there are kind of having a tough start. You know, they have some pretty good starting running backs and still hurting quite a bit. A lot of surprises, a lot of shockers there. You know, a lot of keepers last year, and those keepers just aren't paying off. Your Larry Johnson, as we're going to get into later with some mild controversy, not paying off for you one bit. Sean Alexander not really keeping up the way he should be. Kind of hurts not having that quarterback that you did last year, huh?
Well, there's a lot of controversy surrounding the commissioner about who his keepers are and stuff like that, and everyone always accuses the commissioner of cheating. Some even said that I've ran your team in the past, which is obviously
blatantly false, because if he was running my team, I would have won better.
Robbie, your overall record is 12 wins, 29 losses. That is up to date and current of 2+ years. A lot of losing. I would say that you are what we'd say an expert in losing. Out of all those teams, there are a lot of different league members out there and stuff, owners, a lot of people, a lot of rivalries are gained, and you really don't have any strong rivalries because you really don't. I think you have to beat people to gain a rivalry with somebody. But out of all those people out there, who do you not like enjoying? Who do you hate losing to the most? Who's least pleasurable to lose to? And I know you're a man of pleasure.
I hate losing to everybody. I don't think there's a certain team out there that I would hate to lose to more so than the others. I'm in to win. I'm in for the money. That's the bottom line. I would say probably I would hate to lose to a team that's probably pulling down a pretty crappy record right now. I'd probably hate to lose to the A-Dogs. The Norm Buds would be kind of harsh to lose to. Teams that obviously got a D- rating or lower, according to Johnny Hunt there.
If I could butt in here, I would think that you're happy that the A-Dogs are in the league because they seem to be the punching bag or the joke of the league, which saves a little expense from you, because if there was no A-Dogs, there would be the Spades.
That's correct. But if you want to look at the message board commentary, it seems to me that our punching bag is not necessarily the Spades or the A-Dogs per se, or more along the lines of Johnny and who he dates and how young they are.
A funny story, our first year drafting, when you were on your laptop there, and it took you about 3 or 4 minutes to come up, actually it was like 4 or 5 minutes to come up with Adam Vinatieri in the 4th round. Do you remember that draft?
Yeah, that was kind of a shocker there to me too. That was some inexperienced talking there. But obviously this year I've turned around with an A- rating for my draft pick.
Well, you've done better this year, Robbie, and actually your team has scored a lot more points. Still, though, starting off with a rough 0-2 record, a tough loss last week to the injured reserves.
Yeah, that was a breaker, and that hurt quite a bit. But the injured reserves having a fluke with Eli Manning pulling something out of his ass there, I don't see that happening too much more this season.
Yeah, it's surprising. Mikey picked some questionable quarterbacks. Actually, Eli Manning didn't play against you last week. It was right.
Well, yeah, but what I'm saying is when the injured reserves did play me.
That's true. Actually, he was not in the game when he played you last week.
Oh, that's right. That's right. All right.
That's why I'm the commissioner. I got to keep track of this stuff.
Very good. The first week, who did I play?
Well, you played the Idaho Crackheads, and we're going to get into that.
Correct.
We're going to get into our first story right now. Kind of a major story is in week 1, the Idaho Crackheads changed their name to the Bitch Magnet, which is the new. What's the new sign? M for magnet, like this. This is what Moshan flashes, I think.
Yeah, that's correct. We haven't gotten a confirmation on that, but our sources are telling us something along those lines.
So anyways, the Idaho Crackheads in mid-game actually switched from the Idaho Crackheads to the Bitch Magnet. First off, your thoughts?
Well, my thoughts are pretty much what the polls were saying there. I can't get those numbers now, but
79% of the people who polled, which was I think 11 votes, said that they like the Idaho Crackheads more than the Bitch Magnets. It was like about 18% for Bitch Magnets and about another 11% for the Moshan Buds.
That says it right there. The Moshan Buds, we don't know where that came about.
Nah, I don't know either.
But it's proof positive right there that we should have stuck with the Idaho Crackheads.
Well, is he a Bitch Magnet or is he an Idaho Crackhead? I think is the...
Well, I've seen Moshan in action, and from what I could tell there at the old Mick and Max, I didn't see the magnet having its attraction. As a matter of fact, I thought he went home alone.
Boom!
Just calling it like I see it, John.
I see it. Let's move on to the next story here. Surprising 2-0 starts. We have 6 teams that started the season 2-0.
Yes, it is a shocker.
List them for you here real quick. Dr. Mo, which is Jason Moshan's team. Bitch Magnet, which is... God, I hate this freaking sign. I can never do it real quick. Bitch Magnet, which is Eric Moshan. Injured reserves, Mikey Peters, who started off again 2-0. Those are the three that maybe aren't the biggest surprise. The Norm Buds, or as you call them, the Norm Butts, are 2-0. The Busty Lusties with beautiful Christina Morel.
Yeah, that's kind of a shocker there as well. And according to our league polls, currently right now, showing that the Busty Lusties are leading 43% as a shocking surprise of 2-0.
Yeah, the online poll had a lot of people are surprised at Chrissy. 43% of the people polled thinks that she's the biggest surprise at 2-0. Another big surprise, I mean, come on, we got to talk about it. Sonny Coley, 2-0.
Well, I mean, come on, is that really a surprise? The kid is just born lucky.
Well, CK1 came in late. Once again, he actually did show up to the draft. A lot of people were unsure if he was going to show up this year. Last year, he didn't show up at all. Aaron Lennon brought his friend to draft, and Sonny finished, I think, with 14 wins, made the playoffs, 14-8. This year, Aaron's wife drafted for Sonny. He's 2-0 right now, which begs two questions, I think. One is should Sonny be allowed to have other people draft for him? And two, why isn't Aaron Lennon soliciting this advice from people that he's bringing to the drafts? Aaron's draft people are 16-8 overall in the league, and Aaron's overall record, well, 5-17 last year, 6-8 the year before.
Ouch, he's making me look good.
0-2 the year before. He has the worst winning percentage of any team in the league. He's also he's the only founding member franchise who has not made the playoffs yet, via lottery or just earning your way in.
Well, obviously this year we're going to have the losers bracket, so we hope to change that. Because
we call it the consolation bracket. No one's losers in our league, Robbie. Everyone's a winner in their own special way. That's what makes the league important and special.
Well, you're a winner if you win money. That's my bottom line.
So who do you think? You think it's the Busty Lusties that's the big surprise at 2-0?
Absolutely. I agree with that 100%.
I really think it's CK1 at 2-0. Sonny's checked his lineup once, made it opening day, hasn't checked it since, and yet he's 2-0. Other people are on the site day in and day out. Out of the 17 owners, I think 13 of them are on there daily, which is good to see. It's good to see all you guys participating out there. Appreciate that. But CK1's been on there September 4th.
Well, Sonny doesn't really have to change too much. You know, I mean, he has a McNabb in there, basically a solid quarterback, guaranteeing you over 200 yards passing easily. He even had some rushing yards last week.
The surprising thing is McNabb hasn't been all that solid this year, and Sonny's still winning.
No, he wasn't that bad, Johnny. He passed for 275 yards last game. Who cares if he wins or loses?
Yeah, but the problem is he's a black quarterback. Black quarterbacks cannot.
Black quarterbacks cannot.
They have too much pressure on them.
Absolutely. If you want to take that controversy that McNabb reportedly talked about just prior to the game on HBO.
Talk about controversy, Robbie. I'm glad you brought up that word. Big trade went down this week.
Way to save you from that black
where
Johnny.
The JH Express and the Bitch Magnet participated in a trade this week where it sent Larry Johnson, possibly picked as the overall #1 running back out there, either in the top 3. The JH Express sent Larry Johnson out and in turn acquired Chad Johnson and Marshawn Lynch, the rookie running back out of Buffalo. This trade was offered on the 13th of September, went down September 18th, in which the man whore is accused. This is blasphemy. This is all... It's a very one-sided trade.
And I agree. I think it is totally. And Moshan, he was sitting there calling foul because he wanted to take that trade off during the game time. But we all know that you can't do that during game time because it just wouldn't make any sense.
Well, I guess there's 2 points here to cover. The first point is that one was the trade. First off, the trade that was presented, was that legit or was it one-sided?
That was obviously legit at the time, but obviously, you know, looking back at the numbers and you're seeing how great Chad Johnson's doing now, and the fact that now, looking at it, he's like, well, that's probably not the best trade in the world, maybe I have to do something else.
Well, the Man Horse came out and they said that I think mainly because Chad Johnson's numbers were inflated during the Cleveland game. But he's got 50 points overall, fantasy points over 2 weeks. Larry Johnson's got about 30 points. Marshawn Lynch has got Larry Johnson's got 16 points. Marshawn Lynch has got 23, but he's a rookie out of Buffalo. Larry Johnson held out all training camp. There's a reason why he hasn't been rushing the ball very well, but he's still a top-rated running back.
Yeah, he is, and it's probably going to take him at least 2 to 3 more weeks for him to totally get his A game back on, if he ever even gets it.
I think the main point is to make a trade in this league, you've got to offer name people for name people. Now there was Brew Crew was offering Fred Taylor to everyone and their dog, saying that, oh my gosh, Fred Taylor is the second coming of
Yeah, but we all know Fragile Fred is probably going to be
Walter
out by week
Payton.
8.
And he's splitting time with Maurice Jones. I don't know what he was trying to do. He thought there were suckers in the league, and I just didn't think. I mean, if anybody should be penalized, it's stupid trades that go down, not people who pull off good trades.
Hey, if you're going to be stupid and accept the trades, then that's your problem.
Now, the second part of the controversy after Manhorse screamed foul, Eric did make a phone call to the commissioner's office saying that he thought he withdrew the trade off the trade board. So on the 19th of September, he called the commissioner's office and said, hey,